Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Rebuttal podcast, where we break down case law, calamity, and of course, chaos in the legal field. I am once again your host, Reb Maisel, and I am in the same face and hair as the chicken coop episode. All right. I just changed my hat and my sweatshirt to make it seem like this is so different. But I do have hat hair, so I literally had to wear a hat, and I feel like you guys would be like, okay, girl, be serious. But we are doing an episode that is not going to be a particular case. I think that this will be funny, so we're doing it. Thank you. All aboard. All right. Captain Reb over here, all aboard the ship. Oh, and mind you, my birthday is November 26th, Sagittarius season, Sagittarii rise, okay? And I'm turning 30. Woo, that's crazy town. Okay, literally crazy, crazy, crazy. I feel every fucking millisecond of 30. I am, of course, only hotter, wiser, and just older, right? I am so excited to be done with my 20s. I had loved my 20s. I did so much shit in my 20s. I mean, fuck. When I started, I was 20 years old. I didn't even know I was going to be a lawyer. I didn't think that was going to happen. I didn't want that to happen. I had no dreams or qualms. I just wanted to like travel the world and be baddie. And now look at us. Like, what the fuck? If I could meet my 20-year-old self right now, I think she would pass away for sure. And I'd also tell her to get her hair done because what the fuck was that? But I am having a birthday party, this weekend on a yacht, which will be so fun, so gorgina, so amazing. My sister and I have, instead of saying gorgeous, we're saying gorgina now, which sounds like a bad word. It's not, but whatever. I like these rambly episodes. I'm rambling like a motherfucker. And yeah, I'm really excited. But when I told you that, like, welcome to to the SS Reb, like I'm captain of the ship, I realized, wait, I need to order more shit for the yacht. It'll be so fun. It's gonna be a blast. I'm so excited. So today's episode, we are going to go down a rundown of the craziest, weirdest cases that happened in 2003, okay? According to this legal blog I found from the fucking dark ages, okay? And mind you, when people ask me, where do you find all your court transcripts? Is there like one website? Baby, I am on the hunt everywhere. Like I am in the trenches of fucking legal websites and blogs from 2006. Like I'm in hell. I have to find them from everywhere. And yes, like some places, like sometimes there's compilations of social media. Other times, like people tweet, like lawyers that I follow will tweet things and I'll be like, oh, amazing. Keep it all anonymous, of course, obviously. But you guys, like I look everywhere. And because of that, I have stumbled down rabbit holes that are just divine. They're not court transcripts, but they're divine. This is one of those, okay? This is a website. I think it's going to blow up my computer soon. If that happens, amazing. It was meant to be. I don't care. The camera's still on. And I just randomly clicked on a year and thought, wouldn't it be fun to just run down? It's like these little paragraph blurbs of all of these random cases, okay? Wow, I coughed. All of these random cases from 2003 that the lawyer author of this blog decided were the craziest ones, okay? And like, yes, I've confirmed that these cases do exist, all right? But other than that, I haven't read anything more on them. And so my reaction is going to be live, just like yours is, all right? And I'm excited. I hope you're excited. I don't know how long this episode's going to be, but this is like a really long page. And I'm excited, okay? You'll learn something. I'll learn something. Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll be dumber because of this, but I'm jazzed. I'm stoked. Let's get into it. The title of this one is A Dog of an Appeal. When John Hammer enters his Brittany Spaniel in dog shows, he knows his dog won't win. His dog's tail, at 10 inches long, is a full 6 inches too long, according to the breed standard established for judging Brittany Spaniels. But Hammer isn't about to succumb to the accepted standards of canine conformity by docking or paring back his dog's tail to the accepted length, so cutting his tail. Instead, he has sued the American Kennel Club and the American Brittany Club to bar them from discriminating against his long-tailed Brittany in competitions. Hammer's lawsuit alleges that the docked tail standard considered violates state law against intentionally injuring animals and constitutes illegal discrimination since his Brittany Spaniel is marked down for its non-conforming longer tail. So far, the lower courts dismissed his case, but Hammer isn't dropping his complaint, and in late November of 2003, his lawyer argued the case before New York's highest court. The powers that be in the dog world, quote, encourage you to be cruel to animals and they will punish you if you aren't, Hammer's lawyer told the New York Court of Appeals. In response, the American Kennel Club and the American Brittany Club maintained that docking does not constitute cruelty to animals. Quote, we are not perverted minds and we love animals, the attorney for the American Kennel Club told the New York High Court. The dog clubs also warned that if Hammer is successful, his lawsuit will open the floodgates to numerous other cases. It would be like making declawing a cat an act of cruelty, the lawyer for the American Brittany Club said. The parties are now awaiting a decision that will not go unnoticed by animal rights groups and activists who have supported the lawsuit by contributing to Hammer's legal defense fund. Now, animal law has so many facets. There are literally lawyers who are just animal lawyers, not just animal cruelty, but also like certain animal rights, like with respect to eating them, owning them, breeding them, docking them, right? Euthanizing them, shelters. I mean, the thing, it's endless. Okay, it's endless. And in this case, I do like watching horse races, for example. I understand the tradition of it is so heavy and ingrained, especially in the South, but also just like, you know, that whole culture is very interesting. But watching horse races, knowing what I know about like what those horses have to go through and how quickly they are disposed of when they can't run anymore, and just how really sad and devastating the sport is for those animals. Like, it makes me sick to watch them. I'm one of those people. Like, I am not going to ruin anyone else's, like, good fucking day, right? I'm not going to be like, actually, and, like, literally make a little kid cry because I'll be like, this actually abuse. It's animal abuse if you watch horse races. Like, I'm going to let her say, ooh, a pony and watch. Okay, it's not that serious. But with all aspects of animal cruelty freak me out. With respect to also, you know, declawing and docking tails and docking ears, you know, certain breeds of dogs that they do that to. And there are a lot of arguments around those practices, like, you know, it's safer for the animal, it's safer for the humans, et cetera, et cetera. It's actually healthy for them, all this stuff. I don't know enough to even have an argument for or against, but, you know, I am interested to see or hear how this ended up going. So let's look. Docking dog tail case 2003. If this doesn't come up on Google, then my law degree. Oh, wow. Okay. Article in the New York Times, title says, dog keeps tail, owner keeps pride, and club keeps its rule. That's so interesting. In a unanimous ruling, the Court of Appeals said private citizens do not have standing to enforce animal cruelty laws against dog clubs. Interesting. So the court essentially held, it didn't actually decide the issue of whether docking was, you know, animal cruelty or not. They just said, hey, you don't have the standing to do this. But I'm interested to see if cosmetic dog tail docking is somehow in the legal sphere of animal law illegal in some way, shape, or form. Again, this is going to be a rambly-dambly episode where I just want to read this shit and move it on. I don't know. If anyone would like to inform the club, please do. If you know more about the laws around it, I'm sure there are a lot, and I'm sure it's interesting. Maybe it'll be due for an episode. Who knows? But let's keep going. The title for this case is Suing for Sexed Up Soup. 4 women are suing a McCormick and Schmick's seafood restaurant in Irvine, California, after one woman claims to have found a condom in her bowl of clam chowder. The incident sent Layla Sultan straight to her psychiatrist, and she now claims to have been treated and medicated for depression and anxiety stemming from the incident. What has resulted in charges of negligence and intentional infliction of emotional distress against the restaurant began with a strange texture in Sultan's soup, and now she and all 3 other women at her table are suing. Sultan and her 3 dining companions were all having the clam chowder when Sultan commented on the rubbery consistency of the something in her soup. One of her friends was initially unsurprised, commenting, "Of course, you're chewing on a clam." But, according to Sultan's lawsuit, the rubbery intruder was in fact an unwrapped condom. Sultan claims she ran to the bathroom where she threw up everything she ate there, every single thing. So she's like, I want my money back. Owners of McCormick and Schmick's are baffled. Patrick Stark, a lawyer for the restaurant, claims, quote, "There is absolutely no evidence to suggest the restaurant was the source of the condom or any employee of the restaurant." He suggested that the condom must have come from the four women or was, quote, "thrown in as a practical joke by another patron at the restaurant." The case is set to go to trial in January. Because this is a fast episode, I don't want to Google every single case, but I'm sorry. McCormick and Schmick's. Condom soup, 2003. Boom. Okay, found it. What happened? Okay, there's a lot of headlines about the fact that it happened. Oh, it's settled. It's settled. So she got money. Anytime you see settlement, she got money. Okay, period. Even if she was the one who threw the condom in. Look at that. All right, it's settled. There you go. In 2004. Next case, the title of this one is The 2-Year-Old Toilet Tort. William Tremmel of Altoona, Pennsylvania, is suing Weeks Marine, claiming its workers imprisoned him inside of a portable toilet for 25 minutes, more than 2 years ago. Okay. All right. On August 19th, 2001, Tremmel, 68, and his wife were celebrating their anniversary of the Virginia Beach boardwalk when nature called. Unbeknownst to him, nearby construction workers were fed up with the public using their portable toilet and were ready to take action. According to Tremmel's complaint, when he entered the porta-potty, workers drove a bulldozer up to the door, blocking him inside. Making matters worse, the lawsuit claims that the crew refused to let Tremmel out for 25 minutes, and that the four men even joined his laborers in chastising the elderly man from outside. Tremmel is seeking $100,000, claiming that the abduction and false imprisonment, I'm not like that is like technically yes, but like alien abduction is the first thing that my mind went to. Out of a porta potty would be tough. You know what I mean? I'd be like, beam me back down anywhere other than the porta potty, please. But neither here nor there. Abduction and false imprisonment resulted in his humiliation, mortification, shame, vilification, injury to his feelings, mental suffering, insult, and indignity. However, in court papers, Weeks Marine claims that the blocking of the door was reasonable because Tremmel was wrongfully using the porta potty. So like Weeks is standing on business. In 2002 or 2003, they were like, nope. Get it the fuck out of our toilet. The company's response argues that any damages to Tremmel were caused by his criminal trespass onto Weeks' worksite and his theft of services of the porta potty. I'm not going to Google that one, but you guys are welcome to Google it if you want and let me know what happened. But he sued. I don't know if you won or not, or if it's settled. Next case. A man wants chance for bird to sing on the stand. A Virginia man says he can prove that he is the rightful owner of a parrot by putting the bird on the stand. David DeGroff's parrot ordeal began on April 12, 2003, when a guest who wasn't wearing her glasses, accidentally walked through his screen door, allowing his African gray parrot to escape to freedom. DeGroff immediately began calling local animal shelters, but to no avail. Sometime later, a receptionist at the DC Animal Shelter told DeGroff that an African gray parrot had recently been adopted. Using the Freedom of Information Act, DeGroff uncovered that a parrot had been adopted by Nina Weaver. DeGroff drove to Weaver's home, saw the bird through the window, and felt an immediate connection, as you would. Now, DeGroff is suing, seeking an opportunity to depose the bird and $15,000 for pain and suffering if the bird turns out to be his. Deposing the bird. DeGroff, is there going to be like a court transcript, like a court reporter? I'm dead. DeGroff claims that the parrot whistles the theme song to the Andy Griffin Show and is also fond of the phrase, "Daddy's gotta go to work." He claims that he was unable to determine whether the bird in Weaver's home could whistle the right tune or speak the catchphrase, but claims that he can prove ownership if he gets the chance to put the bird on the stand. Quote, "She seemed like she was trying to communicate with me," DeGroff said. Next case. Woman sues casino for husband's gambling. I love this country. Johnny Brown of Forest Park, Indiana, is trying to save her and her husband's retirement savings by having him banned from casinos. Okay, wait, she actually might be onto something. I take that back. I love this country, not sarcastically. Miss Brown claims that her husband has gambled away the couple's life savings at a nearby casino, so she was suing the casino to have him banned. Indiana currently has a program allowing problem gamblers to voluntarily put themselves on a banned list that subjects them to fines and sometimes even arrest if they enter a casino. But the law does not allow family members and friends to ban their loved ones for their own good. So, like, it has to be like a self-report. It can't be a, hey, fuck this guy, okay? Mr. Brown, a former GE executive, holy fuck, has allegedly gambled away more than $80,000 of the couple's $150,000 retirement funds and will not put himself on the list because he denies having a gambling problem. Okay, maybe divorce is the answer as opposed to whatever the fuck this is. For her part, Miss Brown has apparently not tried to shelter the family finances or separate her own assets, even though she admits that he doesn't appear ready to face the problem and won't respond to her lawyer or family members concerned about his gambling addiction. Okay, so that sucks. Explaining the lawsuit, Miss Brown's lawyer, Robert Newman, claims, quote, "It is the same reasoning that a barkeep has to cut someone off when they've had too much to drink. There is a duty on the part of casinos to stop someone's husband or child from gambling away the family finances. The Indiana courts disagreed, holding that the casino has no duty to prevent a spouse from gambling, and now Miss Brown is taking her case to the federal courts, hoping the federal judiciary will see the case differently. Next case. The prisoner PlayStation plaintiff. A convicted sex offender in Minnesota has filed suit against state officials to prevent them from confiscating his video game console. Officials at the state hospital in St. Peter apparently mistakenly approved Arthur Dale Senti-Haugen's purchase of the video game console in June 2002, but after recognizing the machine violated policy, they allegedly informed the convict he had to get rid of the console himself or have it confiscated and destroyed. Senti-Haugen filed his complaint in the Ramsey County District Court and claims that he relied on the video game console, quote, for numerous daily activities, including engaging in socialization and entertainment. He is currently indefinitely committed in a state hospital as a part of a program for sex offenders deemed to have a high likelihood of recidivism after pleading guilty to 8 felony counts involving sexual contact with 5 young people in 1992 and 93. Crazy way to describe that, by the way. Like, maybe this was an early 2000s, like, wannabe objective thing, but sexual contact with 5 young people. So tell me if he tried to, like, rape minors. Like, I would like to know that. Is it just young as in, like, over 18, but, like, still young? That's crazy. That's a crazy thing to throw out there and not clarify, okay? But regardless, convicted sex offender. According to Senti-Haugen's complaint, hospital officials believe the video game console is prohibited because it could allow him to connect to the internet and be used to download pornography, but the sex offender contends his activities are already carefully monitored. He also claims that he spent more than $1,000 on the machine and video games. After losing previous administrative appeals, Senti-Haugen is now seeking a temporary restraining order to keep on playing. Next case. Lightning bolts. The Perkins family of Laurel, Indiana is suing Paramount's Kings Island Amusement Park because Sean Perkins was struck by lightning at the park. According to Drake Ebner, the Perkins attorney, quote, a bolt of lightning hit the car, touched him, threw him several feet, and blew the tires. A lot of voltage passed through his brain. Perkins is reportedly still undergoing treatment for memory loss and cognitive deficit allegedly caused by the 2001 incident. The lawsuit claims the park had a duty of ordinary care to inform customers of the impending storm and warn them not to go to their cars, which are large metal objects that can attract lightning. Ebner went on to say that, quote, at first, people are going to say, isn't this an act of God? But in fact, they do have the duty to warn people in the park. Safety is not common sense. The lawsuit was filed August 2003. Again, I don't know the outcome. Y'all can use your Google fingers, okay? Because I'm off the clock today. Amazing, perfect, gorgeous. This one I'm not even going to read the title of. This one is just one from 2003, okay? And I'm actually for sure going to do a full episode on it because it's fucking insane, okay? And this guy is out of prison and still around, okay? But at the time, he was the second youngest kid to ever be charged with securities fraud. Like, it's fucking crazy. Okay. Cole Bartiromo of Mission Viejo, California, has filed a lawsuit against his former high school. Bartiromo accuses Trabuco Hills High School administrators of violating his civil rights when they kicked him off the varsity baseball team after he was charged in 2002 by the Securities and Exchange Commission for multiple internet fraud schemes. Bartiromo appealed the school's decision, alleging the athletic director told him that his presence made the baseball team, quote, look like idiots as a result of the news attention his criminal charges were attracting. He alleges his right to due process was denied in the appeal process when no teachers who supported him were on the review panel. By not being permitted to play on the team in his senior year, Bartiromo believes he was prohibited from playing in front of professional scouts and recruiters, barring him from a potentially lucrative baseball career. Bartiromo, now 18 and representing himself, is seeking $50 million in damages in that 2003 lawsuit. Now, mind you, if your question is, well, was he good? No, he wasn't. He wasn't even good. I'm not going to give anything else away because I know too much. But yeah, it's a whole ass episode serving piping hot for y'all. Okay, that one's fucking funny and good. This one's called The Lion's Share. Rolf Rower of Scotland has filed a federal lawsuit against bullet manufacturers Federal Cartridge Company of Anoka, Minnesota, and Trophy Bonded Bullets Incorporated of Houston, Texas. While Rower was on an African big game hunting safari, so fuck this guy immediately, he used a new type of ammunition, which he claims failed to stop a charging lion that attacked and injured him severely. The bullet, a 458 caliber Winchester Magnum 500 grain trophy bonded bear claw, those were so many words, I'm sorry, was advertised for use in big game hunting. Louis Fernecki, Rower's lawyer in San Rafael, California, alleges the ammunition was ineffective on the lion, stating, quote, "This bullet is not suitable for killing a charging lion. The bullet, which is designed to expand on impact and kill big game animals such as rhinoceros and hippopotamus," okay, fucked, passed through the thin skin of the lion. Rather than stopping the charging lion, the shot enraged the beast, which mauled Rower, a wildlife biologist. Officials with Federal Cartridge had no comment on the suit. Rower has since returned to big game hunting, according to his website, and I hope that he had all of the bad karma in the world run at him because big game hunting is disgusting and we should not do it. Holy fuck. The title for this case is called Twinkle Toes. Oscar Novick of West Babylon, New York, has filed a lawsuit against the New York Dinner Theater of Manhasset for injuries he allegedly received during an audience participation gala. The 69-year-old plumber and Home Depot employee attended the Home Depot employee holiday party with his wife. During the show, which was held in the lumber department of the Farmingdale store, a female performer asked Novick to dance with her. He initially declined, but after some cajoling and with his wife's approval, he allowed himself to be pulled on the dance floor. Novick alleges that after dancing wildly with him, the woman attempted to dip him, lost control, and dropped him on the floor. Novick returned to his seat for the remainder of the show, but later that evening was treated for a fractured ankle. He claims occurred as a result of the fall. Holy shit. Novick said of the incident, quote, "I was embarrassed. Everybody was laughing. The nurses and doctors at the hospital, even they were cracking up." He is seeking $5.5 million in his personal injury suit. Damn. The title of this one is Master Money. Geneva Berger of Pomona, California, that's a name, Geneva Berger, filed a lawsuit against rap recording label Cash Money for suffering anxiety and embarrassment. Berger, age 80, claims she did not know she was being taped during a phone conversation with one of her grandson's friends when she asked, quote, "When people get hooked on pot, can they get sick if they don't get it?" The tape was subsequently distributed and eventually used by Master P, executive producer of a 1998 Cash Money crude gangsta rap CD, which featured Snoop Dogg. Believing that no remorse was shown by multimillionaire Master P and that he displayed no intention of preventing a future similar situation from occurring, Superior Court Judge R. Bruce Minto awarded Berger $105,000 in damages. Crazy. I didn't know that. See, there's fucking gold mines, okay, in every fucking court docket in this country, and nobody's there to find them, but I am. But I won't find all of them, but I'll try to. I'll do my best. I should employ like 20 people around the clock all day to just like make these little blurbs for me. That would be amazing. Thank you. This case is called Take the Money and Run. Joseph Bisignano of West Des Moines, Iowa, has filed a lawsuit against Mary Toon alleging fraud and breach of contract. He claims that he spent more than $300,000 on Toon during a 2-year relationship, including the purchase of a 9.2 carat diamond ring, a fur coat, and personal loans. Bisignano says Toon knew he was, quote, developing a warm affection for her and used his affection to persuade him to purchase certain items and to lend her money. He alleges in court documents that Toon engaged in discussions of marriage he believed to be so serious that he purchased a Vera Wing designer wedding gown. Toon is countersuing, stating that she ended the relationship when she discovered him stalking her, claiming he knew she had no intention of marrying him. She further claims he threatened to do, quote, anything to compel or force her to continue seeing him after she ended the relationship. His third ex-wife, Suzanne, okay, that tells me everything, was surprised by the relationship with Toon, claiming she and Bisignano were still romantically involved in discussing reconciliation. Attorneys on both sides refused to discuss the case. Okay, the last one, because I feel like I'm running out of talk here. The last one is called Feeling Hot, Hot, Hot. I promise it's good. Marcus and Elaine Long of Houston, Texas are suing McDonald's for breaching an implied warranty that its food is wholesome. Yes, wholesome. Mr. Long, diagnosed with cancer of the brain, colon, lung, and spine, can no longer wear his dentures and eat soft foods only. For the past year, he has consumed 3 sausage, egg, and cheese McBurritos every morning. I'm going to leave that there. 3 is crazy, but I'm glad he's eating. But like 3 is insane every morning. That's crazy. He alleges that one morning, one of the burritos was so, quote, oversaturated with black pepper, it caused him to have a 2-month-long nosebleed, damage to his vocal cords, and an infection in his mouth. Black pepper? I mean, I guess it's like a sauce, egg, and sausage, but like, then stop eating it. Like, take a bite and be like, I want my money back. Whatever. I'm not gonna victim blame here. Mrs. Long claims that when she returned to the McDonald's from which she purchased the burrito, the manager informed her that they had, quote, spiced up the bland burritos with a little pepper, but refused to refund her money or compensate her with a free Happy Meal. I guarantee it was like literally a tiny bit of like paprika or some shit, and they couldn't deal. Like, they had only ate bland food their entire lives and were like, what the fuck? Because black pepper is crazy town. A little bit of black pepper, okay. Like, if it was jalapeno, if it was some jalapeno shit, habanero, then okay, so fair. But like, whatever. I'm victim blaming again. I need to stop. Okay. Leonard Cruz, the attorney representing the Longs, claims Mr. Long was seriously injured by the burrito, which was unfit for human consumption. Dr. Leslie Botnick, an oncologist who has no personal knowledge of Long's medical case, commented, quote, black pepper is a one-time event. It's not going to be there on a daily basis. If you buy a burrito, it's sometimes going to be hot. That's what burritos do. Pepper does not promote cancer. And further stated that when a patient with cancer bleeds, it is usually due to a bleeding tumor, not a burrito. Like the official statement. Hey guys, like, just let you know, it's like usually due to like the bleeding tumor, like not the burrito. Don Clark, president of the McDonald's franchise, released a statement denying wrongdoing and said Long was the only customer to complain. The Longs are seeking unspecified damages for gross negligence and intentional infliction of emotional distress. I don't know the outcome. Have fun with Google. My rebuttal for today's episode is, maybe if you sue for mildly outlandish out there stuff, okay, you might be able to settle for sure and get some moolah, get some cash, or you might just waste your time and money. And that's what I tell all my clients. And they usually go, all right, full speed ahead. And I'm like, period. Love you guys. See you next time. The next time you see me, I will be 30 years old. I'm so excited and happy. I couldn't be happier. 30 is the new 20, baby. All right. Look up hot 30-year-old celebrities. Like, everyone's looking great. Everyone looks fab in their 30s, and I can't wait to join them. Bye. Be safe.